Hello again, everyone. I'm Richard Weil, and I'm the principal of National Restaurant Consultants, and we welcome you into the NRC Helpful Moment number 192. And as always, Mr. Brian Devine from Cafe Fuel Top Line Management. How you doing, Brian?
I'm great. How about yourself, Richard?
I'm doing well. I have a friend with me today. Can you see him?
Yes, indeed.
The jolly old elf himself has turned the page to November, and his North Pole factory is working right, night and day now, double shifts from what we understand, because they're down to their final countdown. And I'm not here to say put up your holiday decorations, but I am here to say plan now for the holidays. If you haven't already done your planning for Thanksgiving and for Hanukkah and for Christmas, you are almost behind the eight ball. I will pitch it to Brian here in a minute, because this is a marketing opportunity. These next 60 days into New Year's, even into Kwanzaa, whatever, it is important that your customers know that you're being appropriate, tasteful, and timely. Appropriate, tasteful, and timely. AT&T, right? Not the phone company.
Right. No and.
Appropriate. That's right. The appropriate, tasteful, and timely. Because first of all, it's really a fun time of the year for your staff. I'm going to talk about the internal side right now, and then Brian's going to talk about the external side. Internally, menu items, new menu items, LTOs, things that have worked in the past. Just because you love it doesn't mean your customers love it, but it's got to be something that, one, you can execute and execute extremely well, and two, make sure your staff, they're engaged, because half the battle is getting them to engage and have fun, because it's been a long, almost 3 years, folks, and this is a great time of the year. It can also be a depressing time of the year. In our industry, mental health is a big part of what we work towards. And watching mental health, the holidays can be very difficult for our staff, especially if you're open on Thanksgiving or you're open on Christmas. They're not with their family. Now, the overwhelming majority of our restaurants, food service and hospitality, they're closed on Thanksgiving, they're closed on Christmas, and most of them are open on New Year's. But, there's an opportunity right there to be thinking about how you approach your staffs now. Don't be waiting till the 2 weeks before the holidays to get the schedule out. Thanksgiving's 3 weeks from tomorrow. Now is the time when you start looking at your schedule. Most people finish their schedules for the following week on Thursday. There are some states that require 2 weeks notification that have been legislated. But be thinking about getting your staffs involved, getting their buy-in. The Wednesday before Thanksgiving could be a huge day with family and friends coming in, and they don't want to cook at home.
No.
That's right. The Friday after Thanksgiving, which, Black Friday is no longer Black Friday. It's all month long now. But people still do like to shop on that Friday after Thanksgiving. What are you doing to promote that? If you are a sports bar, obviously we're in the peak we've got the big three sports going on. You still got football, basketball, baseball, and we still have baseball until next week. We still have, obviously, basketball, hockey, football, college football, etc. Play those things out and put the holiday spin on them. Keep your staff engaged. Okay, the AT&T, right? Appropriate, right? We know. Mm-hmm. And we want to really make sure that we're doing tasteful things and timely. So, Brian, what are your thoughts? Now, that's internal. What are you thinking?
So if you've listened to us over the last, 2.5 years, you've probably heard me mention reason why marketing. And this could not be there's just nothing better than the holidays for your reason for a special, your reason for an offer, your reason to reach out and get people to come in. And I mean, let's just take Thanksgiving. If you've already thought, okay, well, the day before that makes sense. And then, of course, the day after, maybe that makes sense. And maybe it's like 2 or 3 days later, you say, hey, are you tired of cooking? Or are you tired of eating leftovers? And so you can just keep that reason why going for pretty much as long as you want. And that doesn't mean that you are running these massive promotions. It just means that you are able to say, have you thought about coming in because you're tired of leftovers? Have you thought about coming in because you've got a huge day of cooking tomorrow? Have you thought about getting this, and this for your side so that you don't have to worry about it? I mean, there's just so many good reasons to have some kind of a special, some kind of an offer, or just a reason to come into your restaurant. And then obviously after Thanksgiving, we're talking about all kinds of stuff going on when it comes to holidays. And obviously we've got jolly old Saint Nick there. And there's all kinds of reasons to have specials, reasons to remind people to come in. And I just really want to make sure that you are thinking about those things now so that you can have it all running. And if you've ever run an ad on Facebook, you probably are getting notifications from them right now saying, start planning now and up your budget, because there's going to be so many people marketing on Facebook that you can expect your ad budgets to start going way, way up. Yeah. And there's going to be a nice little changeover, right? Because we've got an election going right now, and I can tell you we're taking up a lot of the airwaves on getting people to vote for certain initiatives. But when that's over, that creates some space. So you've got a short window where you can really take advantage. So that means being out early. Now, I also want to make sure that we've talked about video marketing. However, I want you to understand that running video ads on YouTube, I mean, it's still Google, right? It's still running a Google ad, but you're just doing it with video. It is still so incredibly effective right now that I can't even tell you. I am consistently getting 3 and 4 cent views on videos. And if your goal is awareness and reminding people that you exist and giving people a reason to come in, it is incredibly effective. And I highly recommend it, because again, people aren't doing it. And even the big agencies aren't doing it because they really don't understand how. So that means that you have, again, an opportunity. So if you have a cell phone and you know how to take video, then you could be running YouTube ads. And it is incredibly effective. Now, I do recommend, again, if you're going to do a YouTube ad, that you give some kind of a call to action so that it's not just awareness, because the awareness part is great and the cost for the awareness is absolutely unrivaled and it's just fantastic. However, why not also include, hey, go here to get this, like some call to action on the video, so that somebody who's like, hey, I haven't heard of this place, they get to take some action that benefits both of you. And that means that don't just send them to your homepage, unless your homepage has lots of great bells and whistles and a pop-up to sign up for your, hopefully not just like your newsletter, but for your VIP list or your birthday marketing, whatever that might be. But make sure that you're sending them to some place that makes sense, right? So if you have a special that you are promoting on YouTube and then you send them to your homepage and the special is not there, that's what we call a disconnect, and so you lose them. So I just want to make sure you're thinking about that process. So all we want to make sure you are thinking about right now is your reason why marketing, because the holidays make it really easy and really fun. And start looking at YouTube ads. It is incredibly effective, very inexpensive. And if you're like, I only have a budget of about $100, great. You can get a massive amount of exposure right around your restaurant for peanuts. And
they work. They work. Yeah. They're really fun. They will drive people into your door, which is what you want. You want to get trial, right? You want to gain trial. The holidays is a great opportunity to gain trial, because maybe people are just looking for a new place to go, because they're just thinking, something new, something different. They got out of town guests, or they got friends or people they just haven't seen in 2.5 years. I mean, we know that we are still climbing away from COVID.
Yeah.
And you know what? More than anything else, make sure you take care of your staff, communicate with your staff, do the internal things we talked about. But the type of marketing that Brian's talking about, the purposeful marketing, it's absolutely key. So, take it from my friend here. He's been marketing for thousands of years. He's still the number one brand on the 25th of December. He's pretty much the number one brand starting in a couple of weeks. It is all about him. This is a good picture of him, isn't it?
That was great.
The great picture of the jolly old elf. So, anything else, Brian?
I think we've covered it.
All right, everybody. That's our 192nd edition of the NRC Helpful Moment. We hope you have a great week, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Bye for now.